Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. I'm Sakshi Shivdasani.
And I am Naina Bhan, and you are 20,000 people right now.
Fuck it up.
Let's
On
go.
Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, I don't know what's happening. Why? I don't know if we're going to be on 20K by the time this episode comes out. So I'm not claiming anything, but I will be very sad if we're not on 20K. So subscribe, smash that subscribe button like it's your hot rodent boyfriend.
Oh my God, what a plug. What a plug. Look at this. This is Jeremy Allen White, the third.
Hot.
He has
He's a
been
Moss fan.
Yeah, he's a Moss fan. He's been created by Moss fans, I'm hoping. They're called Juhu Beat Studio. They're run by two of our friends, Akshara and Prakriti. Please go check them out on Instagram and follow them in real life at their pop-up stalls.
Oh, I was like, that's a big claim. Don't follow us in real life.
Yeah.
We've said this before.
We did something very special. We went back to being ourselves. And
And
just
let's get into it.
So this week I'm doing this whole thing where I'm surprising you with this episode because I said, fuck it, man, I want to do some prep. And Sakshi's like, I want to be hyper improv. So we are talking about getting back on the market.
Okay. You know what? You've picked the topic.
Yeah.
But I will say right now, after a very long time, and it has nothing to do with anything except me staring at the mirror a lot, and I have decided that I'm hot. Like, I have figured it out. I think it's a mental thing. If you think you're not hot, you're not hot. But I have decided, like, first I was like, okay, in lingerie, I look hot. And then I was like, I look really hot naked. And now I'm hot.
I get it. This has nothing to do with your gym membership to an extremely prestigious, like swanky gym in Juhu. Yes, this is all self-belief, but I'm here for your journey.
Yeah, I've started pulling like gym fits. I ordered a bunch of like quad sets for the gym. But like, I don't mind my like lower belly hanging out. Although the whole thing about like, oh, women have the lower belly to protect their uterus. Even when I was skinny, my uterus was being protected.
But I love going to the gym, either looking super hot or looking super
Yeah.
homeless. Like the middle ground, I'm like, today my body's not going to feel
Not
any,
cutting it.
nothing is going to happen. But in those two exact versions of yourself, you get abs.
For sure. It's like, don't try if you're not going to succeed. It's my motto.
Exactly right. I'm like, when I'm dressed like a homeless person, I'm like, ha,
It's
theek hai.
intentional.
Yeah. I'm just here, I'm just minding my own business. And when I'm hot, I am the moment. Who are the guys doing their deadlifts? Because you should have my number.
If a guy does one of those videos where he's like, oh, your weight is XYZ, and then he like bicep curls that weight, that's my
That's your
that's my pookie.
that's your kink.
That's my kink. Yes.
Dude, Sakshi and I were talking about kinks, okay? And we're like, we have some really specific kinks, very specific turn-ons. And when she told me hers and I told her mine, we were like, yeah,
It's an episode.
it's an episode. You know what my kink is?
What is it?
Okay, so it's like, those guys who wear their Rakhis from Raksha Bandhan too long?
Truly,
You know?
I don't get it, but that's you. Yeah.
This guy is a protector of women. He cares about his sisters.
My brother does this.
I think there's something so hot about a guy who's wearing his Rakhis post Raksha Bandhan, because he loves to show that he loves the women in his life.
I love that, and this is why I know Naina and I can check out guys together because the type of guy I'm into rips it off. Like, it's like, I don't want this anymore. Here's your money that my mom has packed for me. More than this. I'm like, if a man comes up to you and starts like, I'm not protecting you, babe.
Okay, ठीक है.
Yeah, we can check guys out together though.
ठीक है. So you like the heartless, low commitment types.
I like, sure. if this is a attack each other episode, I'm down for that also, huh? Like, just tell me the vibe in advance.
Sakshi's lying because she told me her actual kink. And you better fucking
Okay.
tell everyone.
Okay, shit, the notes are noting. But no, I'll tell you, I was telling Naina that I am so like in my zone right now, little Miss Independent, like I don't need no man, that if a man kisses me on the forehead and tells me he's proud of me, I will cry from every orifice of my body. Did I use that right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
You did.
okay.
She's reading in her free
Yeah,
time.
dude, what the fuck is going on?
I didn't know your glow up was mentally related also. I thought you were just getting abs.
You know, yeah. Once you work out, then your mental health gets better. And then once you. I've been like thinking about this man. I'm like in the building a boyfriend phase, even though I'm off men. Just in my head, I'm like, what does Sakshi truly want? And I'm just like making this fantasy man that doesn't exist. And I'm very happy with him.
I like that. I think the best way that you can build a boyfriend is by building yourself. Like the 101 you experience, okay?
Look at us.
Look
in
at
the
us.
last block of episodes, and now a lot has
A
changed.
lot. It's crazy how our mental health roller coasters. It's too palpable. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I know. Like, we discussed these topics, by the way, beforehand. And then when we sit here, whatever has to happen, happens. So today is that kind of day.
Yeah.
What's another kink for you, Naina?
Another kink for me is a guy, if he has a really nice investment portfolio,
That's hot.
and then he brings me into it. So when we start dating, he starts investing my money. He doesn't ask me for any OTP, password, nothing. He just does the thing. And at the end of 3 or 6 months when we're breaking up, my my portfolio has increased by X amount.
Dude, have you
That's
seen...
a unicorn, by the way. A unicorn investor is a hot guy who invests his situationships money.
No, but have you seen that one post? I don't know if you'll be able to find it, but of this guy who was like, of this girl who was like, date a CA, like everyone said, but at the end of her relationship, he sent her a spreadsheet of every single thing he had spent on her in the relationship, and then he said, your hissa, and he sent it to her, and like it was literally like 20 rupees for a Kit Kat that we shared, or I had 3 pieces or something like that. And she was like, never date a CA. Here's the kicker. I'm pretty sure her name was Sakshi and his name was Aditya. And my first ever boyfriend, who was also like,
A CA.
not a CA, but I don't know what he does. Hope he's happy, was Aditya. And I feel like this is something he would have done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, Aditya. It's
Yeah.
a very common name. Doesn't matter.
Having a chindi partner is not a unique experience. I think
Really?
everyone has dated one chindi person in their life.
Here's the thing, but where do they get off being fucking chindi, you know? Like, if you are getting to fuck me, you cannot be cheap. Like,
Yeah, if you're getting to fuck me, at least now Zepto and Blinkit, they have flowers. You can just
truly.
order some flower. I don't even mind if they are the ones that you put at a Garka temple, but just that you thought
Like
of
a
me.
genda
Yeah,
fool.
little marigolds with the Zepto order. I really don't mind.
Zepto also has rolling paper.
Yeah.
If you're looking for ideas, you
Yeah.
know.
If you're too cheap to score, you can roll for somebody.
You just roll green tea.
Yeah, something like that. Every time I'm very generous in a relationship, and I use the word relationship very loosely because I have just found out his last name and I'm in love with him and everything. I start everywhere I go, wherever I am, I could be literally on Zepto, and I will think of what extra I can order so that I can see like his eyes sparkle.
Really?
Yeah.
I would never.
Dude, it's a thing, and I'm like, oh, like making meaning out of, if I'm at the airport, I'll go to different stores, I'll try to figure out, what he likes, and then I have to stop myself. Like I window shop at the airport for somebody I care about,
Really?
and then I'm like, okay, one second. Nothing so generous has come in my direction. Put card down, run away.
Dude, and that's so interesting that you do it for the sparkle in your in their eye, because a truly happy man pisses me off. It just irritates me when I, like, those golden retriever boyfriends that are like, life is so jolly. I'm like, fuck off. Like, you have no reason to be so happy. You're a shitty boyfriend. Like, don't smile so much. It's you like seeing them happy.
No. I have a thing to say, okay? On the golden retriever boyfriend, I dated many a golden retriever. Okay, great energy, love them. Always the party of the room, but they don't know who they are when they're not being
Happy.
not happy. They don't know who they are when they're not pleasing people around them. They don't know who they are when people around them are upset and they're not being able to.
Truly, yeah.
And they also don't know who they are when a girl is hitting on them and they have to be like, I'm not interested. It'll always be like, oh, no, actually, I have a girlfriend, but you're really nice. I like your smile. Don't think that I don't like it. But, like, actually, I have a girlfriend. But also, like, can I follow you on Instagram? But this is purely platonic.
Yeah, just because I can't. And then he'll come back to you and be like, what was I supposed to say? No. And it's like, yeah, have you thought about that, Mr. GR Golden Retriever?
Oh, got it. I was like, who? Girish Ramesh is two first names.
Couldn't think of one surname with R.
Rao.
Rao. A golden retriever boyfriend is a kind of an ick, right? I feel.
Now, in my 30s, it is. In my 30s, I want a man who sits down at the end of the day. He takes out his pipe. He reads a good book and he listens to
But
some
like
jazz. And
casually, not like, oh, I'm trying to be this man. It has to come naturally to him.
I really enjoy people who know what they like. And I love people who have their own rituals with, making coffee in the morning or like how they decompress in the evening that doesn't involve going to like a club and getting really fucked up. Which has its own place. But if that's your like 4 times in a week you're out at a club, that's not a place where I want to be.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, speaking of clubs, like also if you're the kind of guy that goes clubbing, it's an ick if you have to stand in line. Then you be the best at it. Then you have to handshake the bouncer like that with a note.
Dude, okay, I have to tell you, I was literally telling my friend and her husband this yesterday. I unlocked something at their wedding, which was an itch of mine, okay? I wanted to be like the boss woman that at a bar or whatever, if you're not getting service, you get like a personal, waiter and then you slip him something, like a 500 or whatever, and you get drinks.
Yeah.
I got so wasted at their wedding.
I
This
love
one
it.
guy was bringing me drinks, and at the end, I shook his hand. I was like, "Thank you, sir."
And you gave him
And
a
I gave
note.
him a
I
note.
love that.
And I felt like such a boss. I was like, I am my own rich man.
I honestly love that because I never carry cash, so I can never do that. I'm like, can I GPay you? And they're like, fuck off.
There's nothing nice about G-paying tips.
I always GPay my tips. Even at the salon, I was like, as soon as I'm done with my foot massage, I'll be like, आपका GPay number बताएंगे, and then they give it.
Dude, but it was too good. I was like, please take care of my friends. Those 3 hot girls over there. Yeah, just.
Feeling like daddy.
I was such a daddy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would fuck you if you did that.
Honestly,
shit.
everybody already thinks we're fucking.
yeah.
So what's new? So Sakshi and I have a thing where when a guy does something or a girl does something that really impresses us, we say that's daddy.
Yeah, that is and it's like, dude, recently we were both in a room together and there was a guy and he just was minding his own business and he did something and we both turned to each other at the exact same time and gone, that's daddy. And I feel like this is core girlhood.
Dude, what are you saying? 5 minutes ago, Natasha snapped at you and that was so daddy.
It was so
I was like,
hot.
Natasha,
yeah.
where did this come from?
Literally, Natasha is half our size, and she just said something, and we both were like,
Yeah, I felt something in me. I hadn't felt in a really long
dude, my
time.
nipples are getting hard. Let's move
Let's
on.
move on.
Let's
Moving
move
on. Moving on.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, this has nothing to do with the topic, but what do you think about if you have to hook up with someone, like you're going on a date, you're wearing like a nice little backless situation, so you're wearing pasties, but then you have to fuck this guy. What do you do? But
For our audio only listeners, you just peel the
we
pasties
don't
off.
post audio only anyway. But like, do you let him see you in the pasties? Because aren't they kind of...
It's such a good icebreaker. You're like, hey, what's this weird?
I'm assuming if your top is off, the ice has been broken
Yeah,
3 steps before
he
that.
sits back on the bed and he holds his chin and he's
You
like,
strip and you're like...
that's a fancy bra. Like, what is that skin tissue? But also at 30, if a guy I'm with doesn't know what a pasty is,
Yeah, why is he such a virgin?
yeah, let's go back 2-3 steps.
It's like, when you first started like being sexually active and queefs are a thing, and the guy would always be like, yo, did you just fart? You're like fighting for your life, saying, no, I haven't farted, but also, why the fuck doesn't he know what a queef is?
Also, he should be proud if he's making you queef.
Why?
Because he's doing the good.
I thought
good.
it happens when you're not wet enough.
I don't know. A friend of mine told me that she was only ever queefing when she was really into it.
You're moaning from everywhere.
Every office,
Office.
every one of them. Okay, basically, I wanted to start this episode with a little musty and then go into a little like emotion.
Oh, the musty time is over, guys.
Musty time will
Miss
come back
Bhan
and
has
forth.
decided.
It'll come back.
Okay,
and forth. See,
Let's get serious.
The thing is, like so many people I'm meeting right now, whether it's for dating or just generally friendship, they're like, it's so hard to put yourself out there because there's so much groundwork to do to meet a new person, trust them with all your life, your vulnerabilities, and then they just not being worth it, and then you have to start all over again.
One thing about me, I have never approached anyone samne se. Like,
What does that mean?
in any capacity. Like, whether it's friendship, whether it's like dating, whether it's work, I have never approached anyone samne se, and I hate that about myself because I know it comes from a fear of like putting myself out there, from like a fear of rejection. But I will say, when we're playing Never Have I Ever, I can say never have I ever been rejected and take a sip. So who is the real winner? Not me.
I like to meet people samne se, but I like to just drop 0 to 100 level of conversation in the first 5 minutes, and then if they get the vibe, they get the vibe, and we stay friends forever. And if they don't, I just saved 6 months of small talk and I'm very happy.
That's so interesting.
And I can't get rejected because it's just like, look at me.
Yeah, that's true. And Naina rejects people.
No.
Naina,
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
shut up. Like, if you don't like someone,
Yeah.
they should think 4 times before entering the same room as you, because Naina's face, like, you're the one person I think needs Botox, not because of your like glowing skin or anything, because as soon as someone walks into a room that she doesn't like, she's like, and it's like, Naina, babe, you can't do that. But she can, and she can get away with it because people will be like, that's not Naina, that's Koyal. And she's just like, it works. But I, on the other hand,
That was really not my understanding. I was like, I'm so happy with my 3 friends. I don't care if I piss another person off.
that's not true.
I
Okay?
swear.
The first time Naina and I met, she was going to this dumb fucking party for networking because she was scared to piss someone off by not going. And then she was like, oh, haha, it sucked, which I told you it sucks.
Okay. So, I want to meet people. I met you at the party, and look
No.
where we are. Yeah.
What party did we met? For
We
the
went
first
at
time
that
in my
sneaker
house.
store launch, dude. That's where we met.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's so burned down, by the way.
Now that everybody knows what store it is, comment down below. It was fun. It was fun. The event was fun.
Some things burn, some things grow. Like us,
Yeah,
20
like us. You know what I
Sorry.
realized? I have never dated with a game plan. I have always dated and fallen in love instinctually. You know, even Maslow's pyramid, I think I've always dated top down. Like I start from,
The
complete.
hierarchy of needs, you
Yeah.
start from the needs you don't need, and then you go down to basic.
Yeah, to basic. So I start with, oh, can he make me laugh? Versus I should start with, can he provide a home? Can he give me food? Can we, does he have a car? Is it a manual or is it an automatic? And then it should be, is he funny and can he make me laugh?
I have never thought about the hierarchy of needs because I'm like, oh, what can I do for this
Exactly.
person? And then I'm like, am I doing enough? And I never really think about the guy.
That's what I'm saying. The entire time I was like, I am the pyramid. Can I
Right.
feed him? Can I give him
Yeah.
a home? Can I do this? I still can't drive. Will he accept me?
Interesting.
Yeah. And then we were talking about this the other day as well, that like, okay, when you're dating and you fall in love and then that goes into marriage, It's that you love the person, you have chemistry, and then you try and make your life converge. So maybe he wants to get a job in London and you want to, be in India,
Influencer.
an influencer in India. How do you make those two come together? Versus when you're going straight into like an arranged marriage or that kind of conversation, or you're going into a conversation purely from the intent of getting married, you first figure out, is the dhancha correct? And then you're like, okay, I kind of think I can have chemistry with this
Yeah.
person, and it all kind of flows. And constantly I've been in that loop of, I love this person, but our
So I
lives don't make sense.
everything work. Like even if it's like two sockets and no
Yeah.
plug.
Even if I am an
Ah.
Indian plug and it's a international socket, I'm like, kisi tarike se, without tripping the
Yeah.
house, I'm going to straighten my hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so, but I truly believe that like most relationships are like that, even arranged marriage, and no one is happy. Obviously, y'all know I've just gone through a breakup, so my like vibes are only like singlehood is the best.
Yeah.
But like my conclusion that I've come up to with 3 hours of thinking is that people in relationships are all slightly unhappy, but the love is there. And if the unhappiness outweighs the love at any point, it becomes too much. But the threshold, everyone has a threshold. It's just that my threshold might be lesser, someone else's might be more. And just basically, relationships are not the vibe.
Yeah. If you are like if you're a group at a party of couples, all the guys will somehow naturally gravitate to the.
And then the women.
And then we all literally are just talking shit.
For sure.
And
Until they come back and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, what's for dinner? And
Oh.
then you have to, oh, tell me what you want. Honestly, one other thing that's a kink for me is role play.
For
Yeah.
me also.
But
I
you-
love role play where I am the woman from the Whirlpool washing machine ad. Sab ghar aa gaye? किसी की शर्ट पे कीचड़ है, let me clean it and we'll all be in love and it'll be damn sexy.
I love role play when the man role plays that he loves me.
I love role play where you're sitting and you're just like imagining, what if we had a prenup? How nice would it be when we separated our resources?
That's odd.
Isn't it hot?
Yeah. I also love role play when he just throws money at my face and says, buy whatever you want, angel.
Acha, you want it like that? You want it thrown
Yeah.
to you? I wanted an envelope sealed.
No, I want it thrown over my naked body while my cart is open. Just pressing checkout and he's like, lick.
My kink is, a guy who had his ex-girlfriend's name tattooed and then he had to cover it up. Because I know he's been through intense heartbreak and he knows how to love.
I truly believe that anyone who had their significant other's name tattooed is so low IQ, so low IQ, that they should not be allowed to date.
Why?
Bro, how stupid.
Why?
How can you put someone else's name on your body in this world where people are cheating on each other and people are not lovers. Like, we have options. We have Hinge. We have Raya.
I don't
I,
mind.
by the way, applied for Raya and I didn't get approved.
Oh, shit,
In
sorry.
case anyone's watching. Yeah.
No, I don't mind like a casual Gajni moment. Like I'll put his name, the cheater's name, the dog's name, like everyone. It'll just be like a nice mosaic of my
Hey,
heartbreak.
have you heard of the Notes app? You can do that there also. You don't have to pay someone to tattoo it on your body.
Bringing me to a very interesting topic, fear. Everyone is so fucking afraid of putting themselves out there. You want to be vulnerable, but no one has the mental fortitude for vulnerability anymore. Like, I know if a guy starts getting vulnerable with me, I'm like, oh, mere paas time nahi hai.
Truly. Like, if a guy gets vulnerable with me, I will get up and walk out.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not interested in your past traumas.
And conversely, he's not interested in my past traumas.
But that's the thing. I will never give anyone my past trauma.
Then how
because
do you
I'm
fall
afraid
in
of-
love? That's how I fall in love.
I think you shouldn't reveal your true self in a relationship till the 4-year mark. And then if a breakup happens, it happens.
How do you make that happen? Like, what do you talk
It
about on a
just
daily
happens.
basis?
Did you see what happened on Love Island?
Like that. You can make like 4 years pass with small
I
talk?
was actually joking.
No,
but
I'm asking because I thought maybe you've
Sick.
unlocked the elixir
No,
of...
no, no. I'm joking. I was actually making a joke because I broke up 4 years into a relationship. But I guess we don't joke anymore on this podcast.
Bro, as someone who broke up 8 years later, I'm like, does
Tell
she
us
know
about
something
that.
I don't know?
Tell us about that.
I
When
think-
did you reveal? How did you all meet?
We met through a friend
Okay.
back in school.
Okay.
Yeah, we were set up, but then it never went anywhere.
It-
And then, like, we became friends, and then
Yeah.
many years later, we met each other.
Reconnected.
We reconnected.
Yeah.
Zyada hi connection ho gaya fir.
Sickening.
And yeah, so I'm like, okay, maybe. And it's definitely like a 7-year itch thing where eventually two people who grow together in their 20s,
Yeah.
you know, you reach a point where you want something else and they want something else, and then it's really difficult to converge those two
Yeah.
lives together.
Truly.
My parents' generation will be like, she's impatient or he's impatient, and you can make it happen. But I don't know. I feel like the tides are turning in a different
Yeah.
direction.
You know how, like, if you ask anyone, like, about, if someone asks an Indian parent about arranged marriage, they will say, India has the least divorce rate, and, like, look at us, arranged marriage works. I don't think they're accounting for the fact that women here are just not independent and they have nowhere to go from, like, their shitty, unhappy marriage. So they stick it out together out of compulsion. But someone that's been on a fucking Netflix TV show, someone that has 400k followers on Instagram, like
I'm not even 400.
me.
Fuck, I'm oh you? What?
She's
Okay,
like,
sorry,
"Oh,
sorry.
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 You're not
Yeah.
at 400. Why am I here?
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Why? Like, as an independent woman, I'm not gonna put up with some, like, dude.
I'm saying once you taste a paycheck, your patience levels infinitely drop.
Right. Because you don't need a provider.
Yeah.
You need a rider.
Yeah. Honey Singh guest starring on this podcast right now. Yeah. No, it's true. It's just really hard. You
Yeah.
have to keep every day doing a check like, okay, can I provide?
Is this worth
Yeah,
it?
is it worth it? Because at the end of the day, I have to do extra, right? Because I'm doing like household brain usage,
Yeah.
outside brain usage, getting trolled on the internet,
Yeah.
dealing with family things, you know. And I can understand there's a whole thing that guys are like, oh, you know, you don't understand the pressure of the patriarchy on us, because there are certain rules as providers and things that we really do feel. And I am with you. I'm saying
I'm not.
I'm
But
with you.
theek hai, tu
I'm
bol.
with you. But as a daughter in a 2-daughter household, I feel the exact same way. I really feel that my life is do or die. If I'm not putting like bread on or food on the table, and if I'm not making a life where I can support at least 3 more people,
Yeah.
it's a big issue in my life. So I get it. But I'm with you. Again, I'm a rider, not
A provider.
yeah. I will ride the storm with you.
Are you a rider or a provider? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
But, you know, I love men, honestly. They're so simple because they think like, they think like we hate the patriarchy, which is true. But they don't understand that the patriarchy negatively affects them also.
Yeah.
And they think feminism is bad because it has the word feminine. But it means equality. But like men are so simple.
Yeah.
They see fem and they're like, obviously she's talking about pads or some
Yeah.
shit. You know, they're just so stupid. And that is why, like, I feel like they can't be providers. Like, you know, call me a femcel. I don't care.
Dude, I feel like if there are in the current inflated economy and market, if there are not 2 people bringing their salaries to a household,
Yeah.
then how are you surviving?
Truly.
And why are you saying that it's an issue? It's actually taking less pressure on you, and your wife is also going out and making money. Why are you getting so stressed? You actually are getting a free ticket to be lazier.
That's an ick.
To be lazy.
Yeah, a lazy man is just not, a lazy person is just not cutting it for me because I'm lazy. So, 2 lazy people will just never get anything done.
I'll tell you one symbol of the patriarchy that is a kink for me. A nice crisp white kurta pajama, a nice ginger tea and an akhbar, and I see my man's sitting on the weekend, just reading the paper, drinking his tea,
You just
tweeting.
want a fucking Indian uncle. That's what you want.
Yeah,
And
I do.
sure. No, I have my version of the white kurta pajama, which is like a plaid pajama and a white Henley t-shirt, full sleeve. And if you sleep in anything other than that, that's an ick.
Okay.
Like, just be fully covered. I literally wear a burqa. I don't care. I don't want to see your face.
The other day, I was coming to this studio to shoot, and there's so much wind outside my house, right? So
Wow.
so I put I just blow dried my hair, and I put like a full like scarf, and I was wearing a full sleeve like black suit to
Love
like
it.
cover everything. And I got into the Uber, and then the Uber driver was like, "Salam walaikum," and I got so thrown off, and I just forgot what to say in return. And I was like, "Nahi, ye mere balon ke liye I just blow dried."
Are
And
you
he's like,
appropriating a minority
no,
culture?
I was just like,
Sickening.
I felt so bad. I was
I'm-
like,
I
I
can't
should have had the
stand-
right response. And then I felt really stressed about having like disrespected somebody's community.
Culture.
Yeah, and culture. Yeah.
It's
That-
tough, huh? Being a majority in the country. Y'all just do.
The cameras went out because we were just spitting straight facts. So coming back with a kink, okay? I have a kink. I have two kinks. One is that I like when guys don't use emojis.
Okay.
I don't like emojis.
I don't like emotions. Like, why are you using emojis? Emojis are for the girls.
Emojis are for the girls.
Yeah.
It's giving coquette. It's giving
Yeah.
I'm feeling my inner feminine. And don't hit on me and then stick your tongue out in an emoji. Like, don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
for me.
Yeah, then I'll be like, chode bacche ho kya? Because I want a real man, like who doesn't use emojis. And
I
my
like that.
second kink,
Yeah, she really wants an Indian uncle.
I do. I just want an Indian uncle with modern values.
Love it.
Yeah. So
Unicorn.
yeah. My second kink is when a guy just walks into a room and all the pets in the house, the babies, the kids, the plants, they all turn in his direction without him even having to try, because they just kind of intuitively know that his energy is good.
Yeah, like a good dad, basically, is a kink. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I like men that are good with babies.
I
Like-
like that non-verbally someone has a good energy. Like somebody can verbally be like, I'm an amazing guy, I'm an amazing boyfriend, I'm an
fucking
amazing
say
this.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hierarchy of needs to get slightly less basic. This is like literally, oh, I hope he's not a serial killer.
Yeah, literally. And my other one is that, okay, I would love to be taken out on dates, but I would love if you cooked for me. And there is boy cooking and there is serious cooking. And
Man cooking.
yeah, boy cooking is you like dirty every utensil in the kitchen, and then you make one like thing, like one roast chicken. But man cooking is that,
He's
your
cleaning as he goes.
your girls come home, she looks tired, you make her like a curry, a masaman curry that's like very soothing with some nice sticky rice, something that will like fill her belly. She'll be so full and comfortable, she won't put out, but you just want to press her feet and make sure that she's ready and rested for the next day.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's when you know you will get lucky on the weekend. So just hold on, daddy.
like do everything with an expectation of
Yeah.
sex, but when the sex will
Yeah.
come, you can't be sure. You know?
Everyone talks about delayed gratification versus instant gratification. We teach it to our kids, right?
Our kids. This podcast.
Sorry, I just
You
went
know?
to Delhi and I met all my friends' kids, and then I went
Fair.
back home and I did this. I was like, there. Good job. Oh, now I have a kid, Jeremy.
My other kink is if a man uses the bathroom in the morning, he showers, he brushes, does whatever, I don't need to know. But when he comes out, the bathroom is spotless.
Wow.
Morning sex time. Instant gratification.
Teach a man how to use a wiper. It will change your life.
Yeah.
And if he knows it,
You can wipe down the bathroom, but that'll be clean once. Teach a man to use a wiper.
and the
And
bath.
shouted him a little bit.
You can literally eat off the floor of the bathroom. Like it'll be that clean. No, it won't be that
Relax.
clean. The food was me.
The
Just-
food was you, yeah. What's another kink? I'm thinking now.
इतने में मेरा काम चल गया. We are married for next 7 janams. So if you have any issues to add or anything, you tell me.
You know what my actual kink is?
Batao.
And this is like, a man exists when I want him to exist, and then he disappears when I don't want him.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple. Like, you know,
Do you ever watch the show Small Wonder or Karishma Ka Karishma?
Yeah.
So you know how when she was not needed, she went into
Charge
the
her, yeah.
into the closet. Like I would really like that.
Literally same. It's like, Karishma, ye karke do, and she's just happy to do it, you know? Yeah.
It's just like done. Yeah, that I would love that.
I truly would. Yeah.
Are we men? Oh my
That's
God!
the
You can't say women without saying we.
Men. That's the thing. I have slowly started realizing I get why men.
Y'all
love
figured
being
it out.
men. Because if I, like, you know, if it was Barbie's world and he's just Ken, I love it.
I love it.
I don't see, like, if the roles were reversed, I get it.
Fully. But as a person who's fighting for the role reversal,
I'm like, men need to stand for women. It's men need to stand for women in the streets. It's, I get it.
in the sheets. Yeah.
But I want to be my own man.
ठीक है. Anyway, yesterday somebody told us that being lesbian is a choice. So since
Yeah.
today we've been journaling, I am a lesbian. I am a lesbian. I am a lesbian. And if you manifest with a pure heart, and I want to just take some time because I know people will get it. Brown people, something very integral to our dating and relationships is nakhra. Okay? A nakhra is not a tantrum. Okay? It's different. You can't translate English to Urdu. Every brown relationship has to have one person who does nakhras. It should be the woman.
Yeah.
And there should be one person who's dealing with the nakhras, and that should be
Yeah.
the man.
But in today's world,
No, that's not happening. And
Yeah.
that's why the system is broken. That's the whole issue. And the thing is, okay, how to deal with a nakra is very specific. How, when somebody's like crying and throwing a tantrum, you leave them alone and they kind of figure it out themselves and then they grow into independent people. Which goes to say that if somebody's throwing a nakra and if you don't take care of them, you might as well be fucking single. Because why the fuck are you there in the first place?
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like,
I
you-
just thought of a damn sick nakra story that
Tell.
I feel like I have to say it. So I know a couple that's getting married, okay? And they got engaged a while back and they got the engagement photos over the weekend. And I said, wow, your photographer's great. And the girl said, really? Her fiance had a problem and he threw a little bit of a fit when the photos came out. And I was like, what do you mean? Your engagement looks really dreamy. And she says, and I quote, he thought the photographer was giving me too much bhav and I'm the focus of all the photos. How can this be a real thing? Everyone knows the marriage is for the man. The wedding, let the
for the
wedding
woman.
be for the woman. You've put on a kurta and washed your face. She has sat in hair and makeup for 3 hours and carried a lehenga that's her own body weight. And you are crying about the photos. May the light of your life is the light of the photos. Like, have some balls, you know. I would say, if I was being crass, but I'm not. Something, come on.
Yeah. A friend of mine got married, okay, and you know when you go home, it's a Punjabi ritual. You play these games, the bride and groom,
Yeah.
right? So one is where in a matka you put doodh and then you hide the rings, and they have to find the rings within the water, and everyone gets damn excited,
Yeah.
too excited.
To hold hands
yeah,
underwater.
yeah. And then the girl won, and she was really excited, and then the guy told her, "My mom told me to let you win."
That's grounds for divorce.
Ah, they got divorced. I think like a nakra is such a beautiful thing. There's like so much give and take. You know, your day gets populated by just figuring out the ebbs and flows of your own relationship. A relationship is like a dance, right? In the morning you wake up and you see that somebody didn't put the water in the fridge and it's not cold, and now you have to drink tepid water and your mood sucks. And then your partner wakes up and then they have to figure out कि इसका mood थोड़ा off लग रहा है, मैंने क्या
This
किया.
sounds like my fucking nightmare, just by the way.
Then 1 hour passes like this only, being like, do you want coffee? And then the girl's like, I don't know. He's like, should we get something nice? Then the girl's like, yeah, no. And then the guy gives up. And then the girl gets stressed because this attention has shifted. So then she's like, hey, should we go out? Like, should we go to your favorite place for pancakes?
This is my fucking nightmare. Just why you've lost me completely. If I woke up and some passive aggressive fuck wasn't just like, hey, could you please put the water in the fridge so it could be fucking cold, I would be like,
where's the romance in that?
Where's the romance in going like, no, whatever, I don't want coffee, and then getting stressed?
That is literally every Imtiaz Ali movie ever made.
Imtiaz Ali made a statement.
Deepika Padukone will not be able to dance on a song.
Imtiaz Ali made a statement recently that Geet and Aditi from Jab We Met would be in the divorce lawyer's office today. He made this statement. He also said Ved and Tara would never be married. So reflect on that. You fight, bro, for the fucking temperature of the water. I don't want these problems. Okay. Like, you want water to be cold, you put it in the fridge. I want water to be warm, I'll put it outside. You do your thing, I do my thing, and then you go charge, like Karishma ka Karishma till I need you.
We should probably tell our friends who are having these problems in their lives that this is how they should do
Naina,
it.
This is how you should do it.
Not us, we're fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah,
we're fine.
okay.
We're great.
Yeah, love it. Okay, I have 2 sections.
Oh, shit.
I have 2 sections.
That's
one
a
is a
lot.
mini section and one is a mid section. Okay, which I have 3 sections. Okay, my mini section is just a few
my
questions.
ass.
It's my tits actually, but thanks.
Okay.
My mini section is that dating etiquette, putting yourself out there. My first question is, should you drink on a first date?
See, the thing with me is, yes.
the full build up for
No, here's my thing. I don't think, I think alcohol just makes me more myself. So if I'm comfortable with you, I'm gonna get more myself anyway. So might as well like reveal all my cards. But I will say, when I'm drinking, I'm so fun. I'm so fun that sometimes I forget whether like the date was fun because I am so fun or because the guy was contributing in any way. And 99% of the time, the guy is just there and it's just me.
So that's what I think, right? That most of the time when we're going out and dating, you're trying to look for a reflection of yourself in another person, right? If you want to feel hot, you're like, okay, is that guy going to tell me I look hot? And it's easier when they say it versus when you keep going to the bathroom, you're like, I'm hot, I got this.
Yeah.
So when you get drunk, you kind of stop looking at the reflection, right? So you're just having fun with yourself and you enjoy it and you're actually really happy and the guy is inconsequential. And isn't that life where you must reflect your inner workings?
No, but even if I'm sober, I feel like I'm the fun one.
Yeah.
The guy really has to be a supporting character in my life, and as soon as they want to be a main character, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know?
I see it.
Yeah.
I don't think you should drink on a first date.
Why?
I think eat twice as much so उसको पता चल जाए तुम्हारी capacity क्या है carbs में. But alcohol you can keep to a side because I feel like you become more agreeable.
Really?
Yeah.
I become a lot more like I'm going to do exactly what I want to.
My standards fall. I'm like, ठीक है, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Interesting. I would never I'm more capable of doing something I regret when I'm sober than when I'm drunk. Because I'm inherently trying to please people, but then when I'm drinking, I'm like, fuck everyone. Multiple times when I'm drunk, I'll have like proper detailed arguments, but not in like a belligerent way. Like to the point that I needed this liquid courage to say it. And it honestly is good for me sometimes to drink. Like I just truly believe.
So this was the other thing that I was thinking about. When you're dating, when you're traveling, right? How do you date when you're traveling? Because a lot of people go out of the country with the sole laser focus goal to fuck someone internationally, right?
Yeah.
That's part of why you pay for the visa.
I guess.
So then, but there is a strategy to that also, because like you can't just find some random person off the street.
Yeah.
And my whole thing was that now, you know how people are like rating which countries they felt the safest in? I think you should date people from the countries that are also tourists at that point in time that people feel safe around.
For sure. Yeah.
So like Austrians, it's a good time for Austrians. Apparently they're damn safe people.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like I went to Spain.
Yeah.
Don't fuck anyone from Spain.
Especially the Indians in Spain.
Yeah, I mean they were from London.
Acha, chalo.
No, but what I was saying, there's apparently a really large Sindhi population in Spain.
There's a Sindhi population everywhere.
Is there? I thought we were a minority.
But somehow y'all are majoritying in a bunch of places. Yeah.
Oh my god, you know, I have a fun story about my family that I'll share. So my mom's dada and dadi were part of the partition situation, right? But my mom's dada, let's give him a name.
Prem.
Prem. Okay. So Prem during the partition was working with the British, and the family moved, and Prem was just nowhere to be found because he didn't pick up his FaceTime call in 1947, you know. And for like years, Prem just didn't come back, even though he knew where the family was, because like he was still working with the British, and like he knew what was happening. It was a choice Prem made not to come back. 25 years later, Prem comes back. Mans has a whole other family in Kenya.
Nice.
Sick. What about
Like
Prem's
impressive.
Premika, babe? Yeah, she was raising 10 kids by
Oh, she
herself.
was?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
they were all adults by then, but like she was still alive and well. And he came
But
back
why did he come back?
just because he was family, hum saath saath hai vibes. I think this is what my interpretation of my mom's childhood trauma is. But sorry, but he comes back home, and Premika has decided she has to serve him chai and all of that, and she has put on the ghungat and done it for this man that has not been loyal to her for fucking through partition. And like even like Prem's kids, like my nana and all, were like, fuck this guy, you know, like we don't know him like that. Which guys, I'm ad-libbing, okay?
Yeah, no one thinks. This is like an episode of Drunk History. I'm like, yeah, then
And
they
then-
said, fuck that shit.
They like told him to leave, and then he just left, and no one knows where Prem is. But I might have like
I don't want to break it to you,
Cousins
but
in
like he
Kenya.
might be.
Prem is yeah Prem is over, but Prem's little spawn are in Kenya somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if there's a Chainani family in Kenya that's watching, maybe we're related.
Wow. So when your grandfather does it, it's an issue, but when you do it, suddenly everyone...
What's the issue?
No, sorry.
What do I do?
Like when your grandfather goes and like has a whole family somewhere else.
Great grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, leave it. Anyway. Forget it.
Yeah.
So, do you have any hacks for putting yourself out there? This is now dating.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Work for the British.
Not in this economy.
Not in this economy, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Dating hacks. I do think you should go for a workout class on your first date, or like running or something like that. I think like a fun, like a grocery store run. Like I like mundane dates because can you make those fun? Because as I
good
said, I'm
one.
a fun person. But a grocery store date, I can't make fun just by myself.
Yeah.
Attack kya kuch do.
Yeah, but also like imagine you go for a workout and like he can't do it.
Sick.
And then, yeah, exactly. And then he icks you out on the first date and it's over. It's good. Versus when he was talking and he could be like a smooth
Yeah.
talker. But काम में इतनी बात नहीं होती है. Sorry, काम में ही बात होती है. Like talking में इतनी बात नहीं. Oh, मेरे सारे गुलाब उड़ गए. Sorry. Yeah, it's true. That's
Yeah.
a very good hack.
No, and also like You gotta see now, like him in full pump, because he'll also be trying harder to impress you. So, worst case scenario, how much can you put on before he can still pick you up and fuck you?
That's true.
And for how long? I'm looking at it all: stamina, strength, endurance, babe.
That's a very good hack.
Thank you. I've
Yeah.
never done it. I have been on a gym date, but he was not a nice person. Anyway, that's none of my business, truly.
Okay, so we have 3. You should drink or you shouldn't drink, depending on what you feel.
Yeah.
You should date Austrians and work for the
Wasn't
British.
Hitler Austrian
No, he was not. He went to hide.
in Austria?
Conspiracy theory. Where did he go to hide? Not
I'm
Austria.
like 80% sure Hitler's Austrian.
Like opening it up to the room. He went to hide in Argentina.
Hitler was born in Austria,
Oh, I didn't know he was Austrian.
but he renounced his Austrian citizenship, and the rest we all know.
Okay.
Anyway, don't date Hitler, guys. Have some fucking standards.
Okay. On that note. Oh wait, I have one section. I'm just gonna put it there just in case. You know how we did.
Put it there.
You know how we did the Chat GPT thing where we checked if we were like
The
sanskari
ideal
women or
woman.
not.
Yeah.
So I have the same thing. I
For
asked.
men.
Yeah, no. So I went on Meta AI, which is on WhatsApp now, which is just so good. And I was like, what is a good Indian man's qualities? And I said, let's just go through them and see if they still hold.
Chal.
Number 1 is respect for family and tradition, parampara.
Out.
Why? You don't like
I'm on Prem side, bro. No respect.
no respect. I think a healthy respect and tradition, a healthy respect for your family is good. Some detachment and self-awareness is necessary.
Yeah. But like, I mean, not the type of guy who's like, hey, listen, I only eat non-veg on Tuesday and Thursday vibe.
Yeah. But then we can go and sneak out and have, and then we wash our hands and come back, and no
Out
one
for
has
that.
to know.
Out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satya and Samman, honesty and integrity.
I feel like every person should have honesty and integrity. I feel like
The weird thing about the internet is that it at the same time gives you so much room for error, but at the same time you're being so policed, so you can't really win or lose. It's just the minute your guy texts somebody, there are fucking paper trails from the start. And the fact is, I'm like, how are you so dumb?
truly,
They
if you're going to
inspired
be a liar or a cheater, be a good one.
Yeah.
Like, don't actually no, don't be a liar or a cheater. But if you have to lie, you know,
अच्छे से करो थोड़ा सा, like make it a little complex. Like
don't leave text there that some girl can screenshot me and say this your man's. Like I can't deal with that. Have plausible. No, don't. Sorry, too.
Okay.
Tauba.
This one's, I think, a personal favorite. Zimmedari. Responsibility and accountability. I would love a lot of that. Just little extra also works for me.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, for women, it was literally like, be fair, be this, be that, and this is like, be a human. Like, I'm not liking this Meta AI's bias, huh?
There's after this is just basic straight virtues. Respect for elders, teachers, Guru Shishya Parampara, compassion, self-discipline, self-control.
But this is all basic shit. Like, with
Oh.
women, it was literally like, you need to stand on one toe and fucking twirl if a man asks you to. And this is like, oh, please at least practice self-control.
You know what's amazing?
I'm out.
In 12 points, the 8th point is respect for women and gender equality. Stree Samman. And even below respect for women is self-awareness and spiritual growth. And below that is love for his country and culture. So he's out of Sakshi's books.
Bro,
And last point, good listener and communicator. Now you know why this country is just really struggling. All the top points are at the bottom and the bottom points are at the top. Stop listening to Karan Aujla and start fucking practicing some of these virtues.
I figured out my ultimate kink.
Yeah.
You know, as you were talking, I want a dude to casually hum. like sing whatever, like literal. I'll tell you which song. Teri Mitti, male version. If a man is just casually going around his day singing some like Teri Mitti vibe,
Yeah.
that's daddy.
That's true. That's true. You know that when he's with himself, he's not going Husn tera tauba
He's
tauba.
like-
Yeah, he's like
I can't sing
"Eh,
Teri Mitti.
watan watan.
Vatan Vatan is different. No, there's one really nice line in Teri Mitti. It's like, तू कहती थी चांद हूँ मैं तेरा and चांद हमेशा रहता है. And I thought that was so beautiful. I butchered it, but like it's beautiful in the
It was
vibe.
like the delivery was just so good. तू कहती थी चांद और चांद हमेशा.
That's so hot. Like basically, I'll be there with you forever.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
damn hot.
On
On that
that
note,
note.
we are here with you forever, every Friday. Love you. Subscribe so we can do more filler episodes because the last one you saw was the last one you saw for a while.
Gang, gang.
Subscribe to this channel. Bye.
Bye.